Hello everyone and welcome to SCED 1000. I'm Dr. Shumack and I'll be your professor this semester for this course. And this video is just going to be an introduction of what you'll have to do and the Game Lab portal, the 3D Game Lab portal that we'll be using for your assignments. And we're not going to call them assignments in this class, we're going to call them quests because we're going to play a game or use this class to play a game to where you earn a certain number of points in order to get an S in the class. And so this course is an S or U course. It's a 1-hour course, and so in order to get an S, you have to achieve the number of points that are listed in the syllabus. So go check your syllabus and make sure that you are aware of the number of points you need. You also have to get that number or achieve that number by the date that is listed in the syllabus as the end date. So be sure you understand about the course. Some semesters it's taught as a full-term course and some as a half-term course. So you need to make sure you're aware of the final dates. It may not be a full-term course, so therefore you may have to get done a lot sooner. So you just need to check the syllabus to make sure that you have the right schedule going there. Okay, so you will get or have already received an announcement or an invitation to join the 3D Game Lab and be in this course. And so when you log in, you'll have this in front of you, something very similar. I'm logged in as a test student, and I've already got, I have 10 quests available to me. I've got 5 that are in progress, and I've completed 1. So these buttons will be important to you this semester. There are also rewards. You can click on this and see some rewards that you get that I'll be handing out, and those get you points as well. So you can look and see what those entail on that, and I've got some announcements that I will give to you occasionally that way. So let's just look through this real quickly. So these are the available quests. Whenever you first log in, of course, all the quests will be available to you, and those quests, well, they won't actually all be available. They'll all be visible to you, but they won't all be available. And so in this case, if I see this shading, you can kind of tell the shading's a little different. If I click on it, it says Start Quest. So if I see that, then I know that I can do that quest. Now there is a prerequisite, and the prerequisite to this quest was Jing installation. So in this case, I had to have done this first before this would have given me the Start Quest button. So if I click there and hit Start Quest, I'm going to read the description, what it tells me to do. There are some links there. Now in this case, I don't want you to necessarily look at every single link. I just want you to look at the links if you have any questions. Usually I'll have several videos or links for you to look at, and you will definitely need to look at those before you progress, or you'll be you might turn in an assignment or a quest that's not complete. So you definitely want to do that. In this case, I'm just most of it will be pretty easy for you, but I'm giving you some links that will help you if you have any questions. So if let's say I was finished with this quest, I would hit the complete button, and then I could put in the information that it's asking for, and it wants me to take a screenshot and then attach that. So in order to attach that screenshot, also I could be asked, you could be asked to submit a URL for a link or something, or just some text, and I of course would enter it in that box, and then I would hit add attachment if it asks for something. So in this case it's asking for a screenshot, and so I would attach that and go to browse on my computer and find that attachment and then submit it. I'm going to hit submit, and even though I didn't attach what I was supposed to attach, if I were the teacher coming in to look at this quest, I would reject it because I didn't do what the student didn't do what I was supposed to have done. So anyway, here you will be asked the time that it took you to complete the quest. So if it took less than 5 minutes, and then how you want to rate the quest, and then you can put comments in there about the quest if you want to. Now the completion time is probably the most important part, because this really builds a database on all the quests, so this helps you as a student to know how long things take. So that's very helpful. Also, the rating and the comments help me as a teacher to know what I need to do to change and improve quests. So that's always helpful and it's always appreciated. So you notice here that are the average times. Now that's no longer available because I've already done that one. It says I've completed it, although it hasn't been approved yet. Now let's see, I'm going to click on this one and it doesn't give me that Start Quest button, and that's because the prerequisites for this have not been done and been approved. So some quests actually will be approved automatically by the computer, and then and I can override that later if I come back and see that something wasn't done, but generally I don't have to do that. The computer will do it for me in some cases, very few cases. Most of the time you're waiting on me to approve quests, but since there are a lot of people in this class, I usually check the 3D Game Lab a couple of times a day and approve quests as they come in. And if I reject a quest, that doesn't mean you got a 0 on it, it just means it's not approved, and you'll have to make the changes before it can be approved. So it will never ever be approved until you do exactly what I asked you to do to make it an approved quest. So you may have to do it 4 or 5 times in order to get it right. But that's where reading the instructions carefully, watching video and all that will cut down on the amount of time that we have to push quests back and forth. So just read that stuff carefully, and then I will give you detailed information about what I want you to do if I need you to make corrections to something. So this is an example of one, of course, that can't be done yet because the prerequisites haven't been made. Let me look at the in progress ones here, and let me just show you this. This is an example of one that was returned. So as in my test student, I sent it in and I did something wrong and it's got in yellow needs attention. That's very helpful. So I'm going to click on that and I can see that I put in a comment, and then the teacher, who is this username, it gave me some information back, like nothing attached. Occasionally that'll happen. In fact, it happens a lot. Students will submit something, they've done it, they submit it, and they forget to hit that attach button and attach it. It's kind of like how you send an email, and I've done it many times where I say, "See it, please see attached," and I forget to attach the email or the document to the email. So you may do the same thing, and if that's the case, I'll send it right back to you and have you resubmit it. So if that were the case here, all I'd have to do is hit resubmit, and then I would get the information again to do the quests, get the complete box where I can actually add the attachment, put in comments, or whatever else needs to be done. Okay, so you can see that information. I'm going to go back to quests here. And completed has these quests. This one, notice I've completed it, but I'm waiting, as a test student, I'm waiting on the teacher to approve it. So that's there. This one has been completed and it was approved. So that hopefully explains kind of how the 3D Game Lab works, and you'll be able to see on your points up here, these XP or experience points, you'll be able to see where you are as far as how many points you have, and you'll go according to your syllabus. You'll achieve certain ranks, and you want to achieve the very highest rank, of course, in order to get the number of points for you to get an S in the course. So just keep in mind that you have a deadline of how many points to get, and at that deadline you will not be allowed to turn in any more quests. So for example, if you on the last day submit a quest that is not correct and it's not approved, because I might be approving a lot or reviewing a lot on that last day, and let's say yours doesn't get sent back to you and it's not right, then it's rejected, then now all of a sudden you get a U in the course because of that. So please don't let that happen to you. Make sure that you're working at a good pace for you to be successful. And you should expect to spend anywhere from 1 to 6 hours per week on the course, depending on whether the course is full term or half term, and also depending on how technologically savvy you are. Generally, people are pretty savvy with this course because it's pretty simple stuff in most cases, not everything, but in most cases it will be not real difficult, and so people get this done, get the quest done very quickly. But some of you may not be quite as technologically savvy as others, and it may take you a little longer, and you may end up working on it late in the semester and be one of those that's really working in the last week or two of the course. And that's okay. Just keep in mind that I may not be grading as fast as you're submitting, and so you'll be dependent on my schedule. And I am pretty good about grading or approving and rejecting quests, especially toward the end. But I'm just warning you that you may be working pretty fast at some particular point, and I'm not working at the same rate. So you will be dependent on that. But feel free to email me at any time if you get stuck and can't move on because you're waiting on me. I don't think that'll happen, but it could. So if that's the case, just email me and say, hey, I've got 4 quests and I can't move on. I've got no other quests to do, so could you please approve some? Then, if at all possible, I will stop what I'm doing and immediately move to the 3D game lab. Generally that doesn't happen, but it could. So please let me know if I can get more on your schedule and help you out there. But again, I don't think you'll have a problem with most of this. The quests are fairly self-explanatory, and some of them or most of them are fairly easy. You just have to read carefully. And so most of you, because you're technologically savvy, won't be working at the last minute, but you may need all of the time that's allotted to the course, and that's okay as well. Okay, so what I need you to do is to look at your syllabus real carefully and then go into the 3D game lab and begin working, and just simply shoot me an email or get on Blackboard IM, which is one of the first quests that you'll do where you have to create, install Blackboard Instant Messenger on your computer. And so whenever you do that, you can just send me an instant message. I'm on quite usually all the time at my office, and so you can get quick answers, but you can also get quick answers from email generally. So just send me an email when you got any questions, and I'm looking forward to a great semester with y'all. Please, again, let me know if you have any questions. Hope we have a great semester.